Hello and welcome to BBC World News. At least 5 people have died after a vehicle was driven through barricades into crowds taking part in a holiday parade in the city of Waukesha in the US state of Wisconsin. That's according to the city's police department. Over 40 people are injured. Well, the city is about 30 kilometres west of Milwaukee, and the incident happened at around 4:30 p.m. local time. The parade had just got underway in the city centre. Our North America correspondent Peter Bowes has this report.
This was the scene seconds before the holiday parade in Waukesha descended into chaos and mayhem. All of a sudden, a red sports utility vehicle ploughed at high speed into a school marching band that was entertaining the crowd. The sequence of events was captured on video by the city's live stream of the parade and on the mobile phones of people there in person. Much of it quickly shared in social media. Horrified and screaming, the onlookers, families with children, fled for their lives as the SUV sped off.
The vehicle struck more than 20 individuals. Some of the individuals were children, and there were some fatalities as a result of this incident. We will not be releasing information on fatalities at this time while we are working on notifying the family members of the deceased.
Police say an officer fired his gun at the vehicle to try to stop it. Officials say no bystanders were injured as a result. The car has since been recovered and one person is in custody. The authorities have not given any indication of a possible motive.
Today our community faced horror and tragedy in what should have been a community celebration. I'm deeply saddened to know that so many in our community went to a parade but ended up dealing with injury and heartache.
The White House says it's monitoring the situation and the FBI is helping the local authorities with their investigation. Reports suggest the suspect was fleeing another scene, possibly a knife fight, when he ran into people at the parade. This was the town's first holiday parade after months of restrictions because of COVID, but it ended in tragedy. Peter Bowes, BBC News, Los Angeles.
Well, in the last hour, Peter Bowes has given us this update on the situation in Wisconsin.
City officials have tweeted that 5 people are confirmed to have lost their lives and more than 40 people were injured, and they stress that those numbers could change as they continue their investigation. We're also hearing from CBS News, the BBC's partner here in the United States, and they refer to a conversation with a law enforcement official who is familiar with the investigation, saying that the suspect in this case may have been fleeing from another scene, possibly a knife attack, when he encountered, or he or she, not defined, whether that person then met the parade. And they are saying, therefore, that terrorism isn't being looked into as a possible cause at this stage. And that does put the situation in a slightly more different light to what had been previously feared, that this event, that this parade had been deliberately attacked. Now, just to stress, the investigation is still in the very early stages, and the police say that when dawn breaks in a few hours' time, they'll be holding another news conference to provide some new information.
Peter Bowes there. Well, the BBC's been speaking to Wisconsin State Representative Sarah Rodriguez, who shared her experience of the event.
I was in the parade. I was a little bit earlier in the parade, and we had just finished. I was walking with the Waukesha County Democrats when there were, people running and yelling and telling everybody to get off the street because a car had come through that main area of the parade and hit multiple people. And so what we are hearing today officially is that they have around 23 people who have been injured and taken to the hospital, and that includes multiple children. And so they do have somebody of interest today. They have lifted the lockdown for downtown Waukesha, although they are still investigating. There's just a lot that we need to be able to learn from this, and we don't have all the answers right now. I'm in a state of shock. And these are the kids that my kids go to school with. These are the parents that I know, when we go to the schools. And You know, I have been on the phone all evening with different parents that I know, checking in on people to see if they're okay, getting updates from kids and other people's parents who may have been affected. And this was just a tragedy, and we're going to learn more about why it happened.